The moment a man no longer wants you, you will see who he was the entire time. I was just watching a video of a woman who's been with her husband for 10 years, okay? 10 years. And then one day to the next, just like that, he said, I don't want this anymore. I want a divorce.
Well, that's because he's tired of the constant nagging and also being disrespected and taken for granted.
This woman has not worked in 10 years. She's been a stay-at-home mom. She uses his credit card and his money that obviously he pays for. The next day, he cut off that credit card.
Oh, because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
What is she supposed to do? She's in a vulnerable position. And he knows this. So what does this tell me? This is what he was the whole time. Because from one day to the next, on your child's mother is wild. The only thing, again, I want to really burn into your mind is men will lie to you. They will put on a mask for years. Years.
When a man is done, you don't see who he really was. You only see who you forced him to become. Yeah, because all that patience, effort, and care you took for granted is gone. What's left is a man who stopped pretending your disrespect didn't hurt him.
And the moment you no longer serve them, the moment that they decide we're done, it's not even a trickle of let's cut things off. That's it. Cut off. You're done. This is why I'm always telling you to make sure you have a nest egg. Never fully rely on a man that is just silly. Make sure that you are able to leave if you need to, and you are able to sustain if he leaves you. And to play devil's advocate, I say the same thing. Once you're done with someone, you're done, okay? This situation is no different. The difference is he literally said from one day to the next, he's done, and she could do nothing about it. Don't put yourself in this situation. I feel for her because I have been in this situation. But literally, men, when they're done with you, they're fucking done. No more niceties. You will see terrible sides of them. No more nice guy. For real. Like, honestly, I think that's where that saying came from. No more nice guy. As soon as they're done, they're done. Done, 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 done.
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened, and I don't know what to do. I'm confused, and I want to go home.
My date just walked out on me within 30 seconds of seeing my face. He saw me. He said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He also, when he saw me, I was with Francesca, her boyfriend, and Nick. So, not the best look, situation-wise, but he kind of stuck up on me. He was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He never... Yeah, no, he walked in and, everybody was together.
The audacity to show up with 4 people to a first date and act like that's normal. She wasn't there to get to know him. She was there to perform for her friends while he funded the whole circus.
I went on a date with a man who left his wife when he leveled up his life. I have heard people talk about this concept. Don't date a man who isn't established because the second he establishes himself, he's gonna leave you. I have heard that 1,000 times. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of thought it was bullshit. It's true. Obviously, I went on a date with a guy who's divorced. And when I asked him about why he got divorced, it was a lot of BS. It was essentially that they got married when he was very young, he didn't have a career, and then he went back to school, became a software engineer, then he went and got a master's at a prestigious university, and basically just felt like he and his wife just weren't on the same page anymore. He said that she didn't really support him when he was pursuing these things, but he said other things, like, when I got married to her, I was so inexperienced with women. I was just shocked that a woman wanted to be with me. And I kind of get that when you're really young and you get married. You kind of are just...
If a man leaves after he establishes himself, it's because you didn't value him when he was building. You were there for the struggle, but made him feel like a burden the whole time. Now he's upgraded, and so did his standards.
A man will love me because he sees that I love him when he was at his lowest, when he was nothing, when he made no money. And I was there. But in reality, I think a lot of men don't see that and don't care for that. When they level up their life, they go home to a woman and think, she loved me when I was nothing. Now I'm something. What can I get now that I'm something? And I think that that's really tacky. It's just kind of scary. You can really like a guy, but if he's not established in his career or in his life, you should seriously consider holding off on dating them. Because even if you have a great relationship and he marries you, if and when he establishes himself, there is a big chance he could leave you. Look at Steve Harvey or Nicolas Cage or literally so many famous people who were married and then they became famous and then left their wives. The same wives that loved them when they were penniless and nameless. They were just like, bye.
Women call men trash for leaving after they level up, but never mention how they treated him when he was struggling. You can't nag a man through his lowest point, then cry victim when he upgrades his whole life, including you.
I've decided to move into another direction.
That's how you feel, I gotta respect it.
And that's all you have to say. If that's how I feel, I'm gonna respect it.
You seem like
You said your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's hug and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your
It
decision.
ain't about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal for nothing that I'm saying.
You seem like you've already made your decision.
I wanted you to say something.
I'm
and you're not
listening
saying
to you speak.
It's not time to listen. It's time to talk. All of the things you say you want to be there. You're here for me. You're all about the future and everything.
Women use breakups as manipulation, thinking men will chase and fix it. But when you threaten a man who's already tired, he'll call your bluff. Now she's standing there shocked that he didn't fight for someone who was using leaving as a weapon.
In the conversations that I've had with a lot of married people, I'm realizing something. I'm realizing that more and more men are feeling ignored, unappreciated, unvalued, emasculated, and women seem to be okay with this. And I'm not sure why, because at the end of the day, the reason that a lot, and I'm not saying all because it's not true, not all, but the reason why a lot of men stray or leave is because they are feeling ignored or unvalued, or you're emasculating them. It's the reality. So here's the deal, and it is this simple. If that's the case, stop doing it. You don't have to be mean and aggressive in your delivery. You can still stand up for yourself and not be toxic. You don't have to be shaming people for things that they've done before. It's okay to be honest about who you are and what you want and what your expectations are. And it's also okay to be uplifting and supportive of somebody else who's maybe not exactly where they want to be yet. We don't have to tear down men in order to make them feel like they need to do better. You can actually be positive and supporting, and to the right man, this is going to be priceless. If you want a man to see you for all of what you bring to the table, try valuing him for all of what he brings to the table.
The way some women treat men they claim to love is insane. Constant nagging, zero appreciation, emasculating him in public. Then when he leaves, they play victim like they didn't spend years breaking him down.
You guys are so lucky. You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a fucking roster. I'm having to sit here and go out and do things I don't want to do. I don't want a roster. I don't want to go out and date. I don't like this hookup culture. I don't like any of it. But I feel like I don't have a choice. Men, you guys just get to sit there and you guys can go wait until you're in your 30s, you're almost 40, and you can just go get with a girl that's in her fucking 20s and live a normal life. Girls don't have that luxury. I'm now sitting here at 25 having to figure out how the fuck to get back in these fucking streets.
You know, and all we can do is pray for her. But still, this is real shit. It's interesting. It's an interesting phenomenon is what it is. That's a damn phenomenon.
So I can figure out, so 10 years down the line, I'm not sitting there single still with my daughter being an only child. Like, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to be happy. Like, I want all of these things. But people don't want that nowadays, it feels. It feels like no matter, it's like, what is this dating stuff? What is Hinge? What is Tinder? What is all of this? Like, it's disgusting. Like, my friends helped me make a Hinge and a Tinder, and it's like, I hated it. I hate it. I ended up deleting my Hinge, and I'm getting ready to delete the Tinder because it's just, like I don't want to talk to anybody on there. Like, I don't want to do any of this. Like I'm just sitting there, like a magazine, going through, like, clothing. That's what it feels like. And it's like, I don't want that. And
Men age like wine, women age like milk. That's not sexism, that's reality. Men can build wealth and start families at 40. Women can't. So maybe stop wasting your best years chasing men who are never going to settle with you.
This black woman, who was cared for by her boyfriend for a year after surgery, decided to leave him because she felt he wasn't romantic enough, which drew widespread criticism. The woman underwent a serious brain operation and could not afford a professional caregiver during recovery. Her boyfriend quit his job and became her full-time caretaker for an entire year. During that time, he handled all daily care, including feeding her, helping with rehabilitation, and even cleaning her bodily waste. After a year of recovery, the woman's health improved, but the financial damage remained because the man had not worked for so long, he fell behind on bills and accumulated debt. To recover financially, he is now working 3 jobs to cover basic living expenses. The woman has since complained that her boyfriend is no longer romantic. She said he is always busy with work and does not take her out on dates, leading her to question whether she should stay in the relationship. Some people argue that many people can take someone on dates, but very few would give up a year of their life to do what he did. Others believe the woman leaving might actually be a relief for the man, allowing him to move on from a relationship that no longer values his sacrifice. What would you think if your girlfriend did the same thing?
He left his job to be there for her. He went broke doing it. Now he's working 3 jobs to survive, and she's upset he's not giving her enough time. You know, you can't win with women who only care about what you do for them right now.
If a man leaves the relationship, he's never coming back. Let me cook for a second. A man will cheat on you. A man will shut down emotionally on you. A man will shut down physically on you. A man will cuss you out. A man might even grip you up. But when a man leaves, men don't leave. When a man leaves, it is over in every single way. And if he's leaving you, that's because he found something to replace you. He found something that he feels like in his heart is better than you, because men don't leave relationships to be alone. Because men don't believe that healing alone is the way that you get over a relationship. We believe that getting on top of another woman and building with another woman is how you get over a relationship. That's why we always get into relationships faster than women and get over past relationships faster than women, because before we leave, 9 times out of 10, we already got somebody to fill your shoes. So if you're dealing with a man and he left, that's over, baby. Respectfully.
And that is because a man doesn't walk out on emotion. He walks out on decision. He's already weighed everything, accepted the loss, and made peace with it. That's why begging doesn't work.
And if a man break up with you first, I already know you was the problem, baby. Don't no man break up with no woman first. They just don't do that. They wait on you to break up first. So my thing is, if he voluntarily wanted to break up with you, I'm telling you, bro, you was the problem. My problem. You was the problem, baby. I'm sorry to tell you.
After talking to hundreds of you guys, I've realized something that I need to get off my chest. It is the men who are actually trying to save the relationships here, not the women. And what's crazy is that most of the women I've actually talked to and had consultation with tell me that their husbands are the ones sending them my videos, and that says everything. 70 to 80% of divorces are filed by women. That is not trying to fix a marriage. That is walking away from it. Most women threaten divorce long before they're ever ready to file. They use it as leverage until the man finally hits his breaking point and says, I'm done. And once he does say I'm done, that's when the gaslighting starts. She flips the script, plays the victim, promises to change, cries, manipulates, you name it. Anything to pull him back in, because the control is slipping from her end. But when a man truly checks out, it's not loud, it is quiet, and it is final, and you've lost him. When a good man walks away, it is not because he stopped caring. It's because he cared too long and nobody met him halfway. So if you're watching this, man or woman, ask yourself, are you really trying to build your relationship and save it? Or are you slowly tearing it apart while you're convincing yourself that you're the one?
Men are the ones fighting to save relationships because they actually commit when they choose you. Women keep one foot out the door, comparing you to every option they have. That's why when it ends, he's done for good.
When a woman leaves a relationship, it's all fun, fine, and dandy at the beginning. It seems like she's the one who's living it up. Oh yeah, I've relinquished my energy from this man. Finally free again. The streets are glad to have me back. They think the grass is greener on the other side. They get a bench, look over the fence, it's dust. She's watching her single friends who don't have any commitment and they're being influenced by all these other women. Now you say that you were lacking the fun, you were lacking the excitement out of the relationship. You decide that you're going to take a step back and go and be out there in these streets. And now they're looking at you as a sneaky link. They're looking at you as a fun time. And now here you are, it was your idea, and you've given somebody else the opportunity that you are now looking for, which you already had.
Women leave relationships for the idea of something better and end up with something worse. They trade a good man for temporary excitement, then spend the rest of their lives trying to find what they walked away from.
There's a moment in a man's relationship where he realizes that he's competing for attention with everything else. He's competing when she's talking on the phone. He's competing with her friends. He is competing with anything else outside of him. So this is when a man is going to do what he going to do. He is going to try harder. He initiate conversations. He plans dates. He will adjust himself. He would even ask her what's wrong. But over time, he figures out it ain't him. He realizes that effort is one-sided. Everything with her, when it comes to him, feels forced. And he knows that his presence is definitely optional. And that's when the fight stops. He no longer wants the attention from her because he knows that he is him and he doesn't need to do all of that. Now, he doesn't stop loving her, but he knows that his love should not feel like a competition with the woman that he's with. Men just don't chase attention with the woman that they're building with, period. And when a man figures out that he is unwanted in his own home, he does not argue, he does not beg, he does not threaten, he just goes quiet. That is the first step of detachment, and it is peace for him. And we all know once a man detaches, the relationship is over.
When everything he needs feels heavy to her, but she has endless energy for everyone else, he checks out. You can't pour into someone who treats your needs like obligations while giving everyone around them effort for free. All right, that's it for this episode of This Is Why Men Are Done with Modern Dating. If you made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like and a comment on the video. I'll catch you in the next one.